Most people think attraction dies because of distance, because of arguments, because of betrayal. But that's not what usually happens. The strange truth is that people often lose interest after getting closer, not before. After. When they finally know you. When the mystery fades. When the patterns become visible. When the emotional dynamics reveal themselves. And if you've ever experienced this, you know how confusing it feels. At first, someone seems fascinated by you. They want to talk. They want to know everything. They chase your attention. They seek your presence. Then slowly, something changes. The energy shifts. The messages become shorter. The curiosity disappears. The investment fades. And you're left wondering, what did I do wrong? But according to the brutal observations of Arthur Schopenhauer, people are not always attracted to who you are. Many times, they are attracted to how you make them feel before they fully understand you. And once they do, their perception changes. Not because you became less valuable, but because certain psychological forces quietly destroy attraction, respect, and intrigue. For some people, this realization is uncomfortable. For others, it's life-changing. Because once you see these patterns, you start noticing them everywhere. In friendships, in relationships, in family dynamics, even in yourself. And perhaps the most disturbing part, many people spend years trying harder when they should actually be doing the opposite. Let's begin with the first reason. Reason number 1. You become too predictable. Human beings are creatures of habit. Yet paradoxically, they are also addicted to novelty. The mind craves certainty, but attention craves surprise. When someone first meets you, there are unanswered questions, unknown layers, possibilities. Their imagination fills the gaps, and imagination is powerful, sometimes more powerful than reality itself. But once every response becomes predictable, every reaction becomes expected, every behavior becomes obvious, curiosity starts dying. Not instantly, gradually, like a fire running out of oxygen. People stop wondering about you because they already know what comes next. The joke, the reaction, the emotional response, the availability, the predictability becomes comforting, but rarely exciting. And here is where many people make a mistake. They think being completely understood guarantees connection. It doesn't. Connection needs familiarity, but attraction often requires uncertainty. A small amount of mystery, a sense that there is still something left to discover. Think about your own life. Who captures your attention more? The person whose every move is obvious, or the person who occasionally surprises you? The answer reveals something uncomfortable about human nature. Reason number 2. You become emotionally too available. This sounds cruel, but reality often is. Many people believe constant availability proves loyalty. That always answering, always showing up, always being accessible will make others appreciate them more. Yet psychology often moves in the opposite direction. The more accessible something becomes, the less valuable it feels. Scarcity creates attention. Abundance creates familiarity, and excessive familiarity often creates neglect. This doesn't mean becoming cold. It doesn't mean playing games. It means understanding that people naturally value what has boundaries, what has limits, what cannot be consumed endlessly. Schopenhauer understood something most people never do. Human desire weakens when possession becomes effortless. Once people feel they have unlimited access to your attention no longer feels special. Notice how many individuals exhaust themselves trying to prove their worth. They give more, reply faster, sacrifice more, stay longer, and strangely, and they receive less appreciation in return. Not because they lack value, but because they stopped protecting it. Reason number 3. People discover your hidden need for validation. This one hurts, because it often operates beneath awareness. Many people appear confident, strong, independent, but underneath, they desperately need approval. And human beings are surprisingly skilled at detecting this. Even when nobody says a word, it appears in subtle behaviors, over-explaining, seeking reassurance, avoiding disagreement, trying too hard to be liked, constantly adjusting yourself to maintain acceptance. At first, people may not notice, but proximity reveals everything. Time exposes emotional dependence, and once someone senses that your self-worth depends on their approval, the dynamic changes. Respect begins eroding, not because validation is wrong, because dependence is visible, and dependence shifts power. The person who needs approval usually loses leverage. The person who can walk away usually gains it. This isn't about manipulation. It's about perception. People are naturally drawn toward emotional stability, toward individuals who seem complete without external confirmation. The less you need validation, the more powerful your presence becomes. And yes, that realization can be difficult to hear. Reason number 4. You reveal too much too quickly. In today's world, people are encouraged to share everything, every insecurity, every fear, every trauma, every secret, immediately, as if vulnerability alone creates connection. But timing matters. Timing matters more than most people realize. When emotional intimacy develops faster than trust, the relationship becomes unbalanced. People feel overwhelmed, not connected. They feel responsible for emotional weight they never agreed to carry. And suddenly, what felt like closeness becomes pressure. The strongest connections unfold gradually, layer by layer. Trust first, depth second, not the other way around. Schopenhauer believed that much of human suffering comes from misunderstanding human nature. And one misunderstanding is assuming that complete openness automatically creates attachment. Sometimes it does. Other times, it accelerates detachment because people value what they earn, not what is instantly handed to them. Reason number 5. You lose your individuality. This is perhaps the most common reason of all, and the most invisible. Someone enters your life. You admire them, care about them, want them to stay. So gradually, without noticing, you begin adjusting yourself. A little here, a little there. You adopt their preferences, their opinions, their routines, their worldview. You become increasingly focused on maintaining the connection and less focused on maintaining yourself. The tragedy? The very qualities that attracted them initially begin disappearing. Your uniqueness fades. Your independence fades. Your identity fades. And what remains is someone constantly adapting, constantly accommodating, constantly reacting. Human beings are attracted to strong identities, not perfect identities, strong ones. People respect individuals who possess direction, purpose, personal gravity, a center that does not move simply because someone else entered the room. The moment your entire identity revolves around another person's attention, your psychological attractiveness begins collapsing. Not because they are cruel, because human nature instinctively values strength. And strength begins with self-possession. If you're still listening, you've probably noticed something. None of these reasons involve physical appearance. None involve money. None involve status. They're psychological, invisible, and yet they influence relationships more than most people ever realize. Reason number 6. People become too comfortable. This sounds strange. After all, isn't comfort the goal? Not exactly. Comfort creates security, but excessive comfort can eliminate appreciation. When people become accustomed to your presence, your effort, your loyalty, your kindness, those things stop feeling extraordinary. They become expected. Think about sunlight. Most people rarely notice it. Not because it lacks value, because it appears every day. Only when it disappears do they fully recognize its importance. The same principle often applies to people. Constant exposure can create psychological blindness. People stop seeing what is always available. They stop noticing what never changes. They stop appreciating what requires no effort to obtain. This isn't a reason to withdraw affection. It's a reason to understand human perception. Value often becomes visible through contrast. Presence gains meaning through absence. Attention gains meaning through selectivity. The strongest individuals understand this intuitively. They know when to engage. They know when to step back. They know that endless availability often weakens impact. Reason number 7. You stop growing. And this may be the deepest reason of all. Because attraction is not only directed toward a person, it is directed toward movement. Human beings are fascinated by evolution, by progress, by transformation. When someone feels they are witnessing growth, their attention remains alive. Their curiosity remains active. Their investment continues. But when growth stops, when routines become permanent, when ambitions disappear, when self-development fades, people unconsciously lose interest. Not necessarily in you, in the static version of you. The person who stops evolving often becomes trapped inside an outdated identity. And unfortunately, others begin seeing them that way too. Schopenhauer repeatedly observed that much of life is driven by forces operating beneath conscious awareness. One of those forces is momentum. People are attracted to momentum, to purpose, to movement, to the feeling that tomorrow contains something new. The most captivating individuals are rarely the most beautiful, rarely the richest, rarely the loudest. They are often the ones continually becoming, continually learning, continually transforming. And perhaps that raises an uncomfortable question. When was the last time you genuinely surprised yourself? Not someone else, yourself. When was the last time you challenged an old belief, developed a new skill, expanded beyond your current identity? Because the people who maintain intrigue are usually doing something very different. They are not focused on keeping attention. They are focused on becoming more than they were yesterday. And attention follows naturally. The deeper lesson behind all 7 reasons is not about making people stay. It's about understanding why people leave. Those are 2 completely different pursuits. Most people spend their lives chasing approval, chasing validation, chasing attention, trying desperately to hold on to others. But power begins when you stop asking how to keep people interested and start asking whether their interest should define your value at all. That is the awakening Schopenhauer points toward. A dangerous awakening, because once you understand it, you stop performing for acceptance. You stop shrinking yourself for approval. You stop sacrificing your identity to maintain temporary affection. You begin protecting your mystery, your boundaries, your independence, your growth, your emotional stability. And something remarkable happens. The less desperately you seek attention, the more naturally it arrives. Not because you manipulated anyone, because you became psychologically complete, because your self-worth no longer depends on being chosen, because your identity no longer depends on being needed. Most people never reach this realization. They spend years trying to become more attractive to others, while ignoring the one thing that creates lasting respect: the ability to remain yourself, even when someone might leave. And once you truly understand that, you can never see relationships the same way again. So tell me, which of these 7 reasons have you seen most clearly in your own life? And more importantly, which one changed the way you see yourself? Because awareness is where transformation begins. And after this realization, pretending not to see the truth becomes impossible.